Hi everybody, and a warm welcome back to Maple Leaf Customs. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a Hot Wheels 1957 Chevy Bel Air. And it's my very first one, believe it or not. I recently snagged a whole bunch of these and some gassers on a rare peg hunting expedition across the border in Germany. I have an idea that I'll lay out a little bit later in this video, and I'll be looking for your feedback, so settle in and stay tuned and see what I do with this very special project. I'm happy to see it's got clear glass. This two-seat interior is going to get cut up and partially reused, and I want to do away with these wheels as well, but I always save them for future considerations and other possible jobs that might be coming up. I hope you're having a good start to your summer now. It's beautiful weather here in Switzerland, and I'm fervently working on trying to get all of my summer builds done before I leave on my own personal vacation, going back to Canada for the first time since COVID started. And so there's quite a production line going on my hobby bench, and this was a particularly fun build. Not just because it was my first one, but I'm making a very special livery out of this car as well. Coming up on my channel at the end of the month is the Four Horsemen build, and now an annual event, the Canada Day Custom Die-Cast Invitational, and the second of my summer road trip buddy builds with Old Man Diecast. He's making me a Porsche and I'm making him a Camaro, and lots of other people are getting involved in that build, so mark those dates down and join in the fun with lots of other talented builders. This is the first time that I've cut the hood away from a car. I put a firewall in there and did a little dry fit just to make sure everything's good. And right now I want to share some Canadian love with WFO Diecast, and I put a link in the description so you can go by and see what he does with custom cars and parts that are in his collection that'll be of great interest to you. If you're here watching my channel, you're going to enjoy that. Let's help each other grow our channels and share the Diecast love. I told you I would cut up that interior, and I'm going to reuse the dashboard with the upgrade of one of my own 3D printed steering wheels that gets seated in a pre-drilled hole, a little bit of super glue, and I pop that in there, and I'm using the rear window shelf as well. Lots of dry fits are happening here when I do a custom of this nature to make sure nothing is rubbing the wrong way. Build up the walls. And because you're going to have a good open view of this interior, I'm trying to make it realistic. There's a drive shaft that goes right down the middle. And with my pin vise in the smallest bit I've got, and a bent straight pin, I've now got a stick shift for my 57 Bel Air. I fired up the 3D printer for this job this week. There's a racing seat that I made to scale. And 1, 2 NOS bottles. And there's a 3D printed engine. Look at the detail these 3D printers give you nowadays. It's fantastic stuff and opens up so many possibilities. Both the car and the engine get primed. There's some chrome spray going on the engine. And I'm going to upgrade, take off the plastic wheels, and I got a set of premiums off of another casting because I want this one to be very special. I've been saving them for the right project, and today's the day. little bit of Gorilla Glue gel. And the gel doesn't run like the regular super glue does, so less chance of getting them stuck in the wheels. And you can see I got some good rolling action. We'll test it out. Oh yeah. One of my favorite parts of the hobby is the minutiae, the smallest details that can be done. In this case, I'm painting up the 3D printed sports seat. It's going to be a 3-color seat. And here's the nitrous oxide. That's pretty close to the standard bottle color. Pin vise comes out again, and I'm going to put a roll bar, which is actually going to turn into a roll cage in this custom interior. Now another dry fit so that from here I can adjust the height, bearing in mind there's glass that needs to go inside there, and when I've got it just right, clip clip from the bottom and a little bit of super glue to hold that in place. And now I'm going to measure out and put a couple more support frames in there for my roll cage. Paint it up so it stands out for safety and for show. It's taking good shape, isn't it? Alright, I got a white cushioned back and a black cushioned seat. And the final touch on the NOS bottles. I just got them stuck to an inside-out piece of painter's tape, and I printed tiny little labels. The NOS bottles go in place in a handy spot so you can reach over and open them up if you find yourself in some kind of fast and furious situation. Bel Air badge on the front grille too. I like this Createx pearlized white. I've used it a couple of times now on different cars. And it's not a pure white. It's off-white, but I love the pearl effect in it. And it's going to be just right for what I have planned, and you'll see in a moment what the scheme is. Now for some fine detail on the big V8. Including a fan belt. You see that right on the front? That's a thin slice of electrical tape that I put on there, and it all goes towards a realistic effect. Okay, this is why the car is special for me today. This is a Maple Leaf Customs livery, and I custom made these decals. These are maple leaves falling around, and my channel logo right in the middle on the side door. 2020 is the date that I started my channel. It's got a Canadian and a Swiss flag there for my home country and my current land of residence. As I put this back together, let me tell you my idea is that this is a prototype, but I have quite a few of them because I scored a bunch of them in Germany at the local toy store. And I thought I might make up 10 or 12 of them as giveaways or prizes or maybe just customs for sale. It has a few flaws that I'll get better at, making a few changes and improvements, but I'd like to hear from you in the comments below if you would be interested in buying one of these. My concern is that I live in Switzerland and shipping to America, even a small package like this can be $17 to $20 depending on where you live. And I don't know whether that's worth it for you on top of the cost of a car. I'm just spitballing some ideas, so give me some feedback on whether this would be of interest to you. Would you be willing to pay for something like this? I give all of my cars away. I don't have a Patreon page or even PayPal support. This would help keep me solvent over here on the workbench. So if that would be of interest to you, let me know. And I'll take a 57 like this or a 55 gasser and try to do a little magic on it. I'm extremely happy with the way this one worked out. As a matter of fact, I've taken the back screw out of this one so that I can open it up and admire that custom interior that I made whenever I want. So this one is sitting on my desk. and I think it turned out fantastically well for my very first Bel Air. I love that custom interior with the NOS bottles and the roll cage and the sports seat. Open engine. I like the rake on that too. And maybe one day you'll get one like this too. If there's enough interest and you give me some good ideas and feedback and approximation of what it is you might be interested in. Oh, I will put it in a blister pack, but it's not going to the Goodwill store like most of my cars do. This is a keeper, and it might possibly be the prototype of many more to come. I value your feedback, so leave a respectful comment below and give me your ideas on my project. Thanks for visiting my channel today. I wish you a wonderful summer. It's coffee time.